Hey guys, welcome to the Daniel and Gian Talk Shit podcast, the Indian Thanksgiving edition. And why is it an Indian Thanksgiving? Because we're eating Indian food. We're not eating turkey. We're not eating yams. We're not eating cranberry sauce or mashed potatoes or stuffing, which is disgusting, by the way.
Agreed. Cranberry sauce.
We're having some
Stuffing
actually,
is not disgusting.
stuffing is gross, dude. Get your white ass out of here, bro.
Have you ever had anyone call it dressing? Because I was hearing like
I've heard people call it dressing.
Oh, it
before.
smells so good.
someone calls it dressing.
Yeah. But we're having, Daniel and I are having Bombay Frankies, and Carlos decided to have a
just normal,
paneer bowl.
regular, basic.
Indian.
But we decided to have a meal on the show, and so sorry for those who are listening.
Yeah,
And we have to
there's
hear
gonna be
us
some
chew.
chewing and stuff.
But
We just want to kind of talk about our Thanksgiving experiences. Do you have any like favorite Thanksgiving memories? Like, was Thanksgiving a big holiday for you growing up?
yeah, but it's not anything that I remember. Christmas is the standout holiday.
Right.
You get gifts.
It's the only thing Mexican about you.
The only thing that, honestly, Thanksgiving to me is a time in which you eat and then you get full really quickly. And then by the time you get home, you're hungry again. That's how my Thanksgivings have always been. I eat and I think oh man, I can't eat anymore. Oh. And then the moment I fucking step through the door in my own house, I'm like, God damn it, I'm so hungry.
Let me tell you what the problem is.
You gotta take food home.
Number one, you probably carved out. You loaded up way too much carbs because you eat stuff.
First of all, you don't assume my eating habits.
And then you probably ate like white meat because you've already admitted that you prefer white meat.
I do, 100%.
So there's
Look
no
at this.
fat.
Bombay Frankie, all white meat.
I know. I'm actually upset about that. So there's no fat.
Vegetarian.
On that meat. This turkey's like really lean versus chicken.
Well, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Prime rib.
That's not Thanksgiving food.
Bullshit, it's not Thanksgiving food. Just because your family doesn't have prime rib doesn't mean it's not Thanksgiving food. You can have this for Thanksgiving because you know what? It's all about the Pilgrims. And they didn't have...
Classic.
They didn't have prime
Thanksgiving food.
They didn't have stuffing. They didn't have pumpkin pie.
You don't know that.
These are staples of the Thanksgiving...
Pumpkin pie came from England, bro.
I don't believe
Pumpkin
that.
was invented in England.
No, it wasn't.
Was it?
God invented the pumpkin.
Turkey,
Okay.
corn, potatoes. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure pumpkin was a New World food. Just like potatoes, New World food.
My point is...
Ironic, because they eat so many potatoes in Ireland.
Let me put it to you this way, okay? My cousins used to come from Utah to have Thanksgiving here in California because that's where they were born and raised.
Right.
And one year, their grandma, who was suffering from the early stages of Alzheimer's, they would always celebrate at her house.
Mm-hmm.
And one year, they decided to order a full Thanksgiving meal from Marie Callender's, which is a fairly popular restaurant.
Not very good.
The
I've
pies are
actually
good.
never eaten there, so I can't give you the...
Pies aren't that great either, no.
Either way,
Strawberry.
regardless, they ordered the full Thanksgiving meal, right? It's one
Right.
of these places where you can order in advance, day of, you go pick it up, you have your whole Thanksgiving meal, it includes the turkey and everything, right? Pies. Well, Marie Callender's called their house, and Grandma Dorothy, R.I.P., answered the phone and was like, hello, who is this? And Marie Callender says, hi, your order's ready for pickup. And she's like, we didn't order that. You can cancel it.
Shit.
And so they had KFC for dinner that year. And that's my point. Thanksgiving is not about the things you eat. It's about family. They were also incredibly pissed off at her.
Which one did they get?
That's called. That story's
almost
called
put her-
Thanksgiving was ruined. They almost put her in a home. After that one.
Almost. They hired a Mexican lady to come in the home because they didn't want her out of the house.
I kind of have a similar Thanksgiving story. Not really.
It's also a hilarious story. I think it's fucking
Oh.
funny as shit.
Oh, there was a Thanksgiving at my parents' house one year, and my mom didn't want to cook the turkey. So she decided to order a turkey from Ranch 99. And Ranch 99 is a Chinese supermarket. So my mom ordered
Was it a rotisserie turkey or something?
roasted duck, or ordered 2 turkeys from the Chinese.
It was a bucket of fried chicken.
No, it was the turkeys, but it was like Chinese style. So it was kind of like roasted duck. It had kind of like sweet, and they came with like
It was fucking orange chicken.
it came with plum sauce too.
What was it called?
Ranch 99. Oh.
Let's see if we can find it.
And all I remember was everyone that ate the turkey was like upset because the turkey tasted like, it wasn't that it tasted bad. They were just, what the hell is this? Are you serious? Like they were like, my mom like tried to dupe them. Yep, there you go. There you go.
Damn, they pricey.
Yep.
$200.
$200.
Fried egg noodle. Okay. Honey barbecue pork ribs.
Ah, that kind of looks good.
Low key.
Yeah, you know why it doesn't look good though? It has stuffing coming out of it. You said you don't like stuffing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but it has
sorry, I was
ribs.
looking at the combo, yeah.
Not liking stuffing is sacrilegious.
This looks
in
like
my
fried
opinion.
rice. It's like I stuffed it with fried rice.
Better than stuffing, for sure.
Well, at least I don't have tamales for Thanksgiving.
At least you don't?
Yeah.
You don't like tamales?
Not on Thanksgiving.
Why?
Because that's what the Mexicans do.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
I would say my memories of Thanksgiving are the turkey never came out good, but the tamales was good. And the ham was good.
I
That
have
was
to
it.
agree. When I was dating a Mexican girl,
I never had a good turkey. Maybe
the
when I
turkey
went to
was never the main course.
I mean, because, well,
The turkey was always secondary course to have Thanksgiving.
let's think about it, all right?
But the tamales
How
never
often do
did.
Mexicans make turkeys?
Once a year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. They don't make turkeys in Mexico. If
I
they
remember
do,
when-
it's like in a soup or like,
Well, actually, I'm still stuck on why can't prime rib be a part of the fucking Thanksgiving meal?
I mean, I guess it can be,
can.
but it's just not
Now
traditional.
I haven't
If
had.
Gian had this, like, come on.
See,
it's
prime
like-
rib was something my dad had.
It's either
added
turkey
to it.
and ham.
I
That's
think
usually what it
every
is,
family
turkey
has their
and
own,
ham.
like,
Yeah.
little...
Prime rib. Type in prime rib Thanksgiving. See what it says. See if it comes up. Right there.
Fourth.
It's there. That's the first time it was in a meal with horseradish.
I would rather have prime rib than turkey, for sure.
There you go.
That's fair, but it's not official. And Daniel,
There is no fucking
Daniel
official.
casually dropped. Yes, there is official food, man.
He's like, turkey...
Type in Thanksgiving,
ham.
official Thanksgiving food. And who is
I
the
did.
governing body that fucking says this?
The
It's Gian.
U.S. of A.
It's his picture.
That'd be hilarious.
Thumbs up.
I'm gonna start.
Certified
I'm
Thanksgiving.
gonna start a website like certified official Thanksgiving. Let's see.
Turkey.
Okay, no. Look, you can scroll on the pictures. Let's see how long before we get to prime rib. We don't at all. This is
Yeah.
how you make Thanksgiving food
right, let's
wonderful.
just pull up-
Well, what
Let's
else? What
put
else
up
can we
Google
talk
images.
about besides food? Because I feel like
I mean,
I
we're
feel like
eating.
this,
We could talk.
I feel like
food.
this podcast so far has been bland, like Mexican turkey.
Right.
It's like edible.
Mexican turkey's not bland. It's
You can
overcooked.
listen to it. You're like,
Yeah, it's always dry.
No, it is bland.
it's bland. There's no flavor.
Mexicans,
Because they don't put the stuffing in the turkey.
They don't use spices, bro. You guys don't use spices. Hot sauce is your spice. That's all it is.
Salt
Chile, todo el chile tiene el sabor.
Let me get a grilled jalapeno. I'm good.
and onions.
Boy, pops. Yeah. I
Are
don't
you gonna
know.
watch? Did you watch The Irishman yet? Are you gonna sit down and watch it
My
with your
plan-
family? Are you going up to the Bay tomorrow?
No,
No.
I'm working.
Well, yeah. I'm asking for the audience. They don't know. I know the answer
I'm working,
to the fucking
I'm working
question.
tomorrow. Well, check this out, man. So I had been asking to work the 1 o'clock game this entire
The
time.
NFL Network, for those who don't know.
And they told me, like, the whole time I thought, and I get an email yesterday saying, oh, with the schedule, this guy, and then, oh, Gian, you're working the 5 o'clock game. So completely ruined my plans. My plan was to work the game, then go home and watch The Irishman before my wife and child got home. And, yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch it for it. And then I'm thinking, you know what? The guy that said he was cool working the late shift did a switcheroo on me. Probably because he has to go, like, to his girlfriend's house or something for Thanksgiving. And,
Do you get holiday pay?
I think so. My boss went to this small-ass college in Burbank, and these two guys working also went to that college. So I think she gave them priority to, like, the hookup.
Are you saying
I even emailed her, and she didn't respond to my email.
that your USC Mafia didn't get you what you wanted
No.
in some community college?
What's the name
Yet
of it?
again, in some community college, taking care of their own. Before we jump off food, though, All right, I'm gonna ask both you guys. All right, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side, and what side do you hate the most?
Because I don't want to say some
There's
unofficial
mac and
shit.
cheese, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, see, like mac and cheese is not served at my
See,
Thanksgiving.
mac and cheese is like an African American side.
Mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, I guess. I don't know.
Stuffing, corn on the cob,
Stuffing,
mashed potatoes,
cranberry sauce. Those are the top three.
yams. If you
Yams.
have yams,
Yams. Those are-
sweet potatoes, which are the same thing.
Same-ish.
You have
You got green bean casserole.
Hawaiian rolls, or rolls, dinner rolls. but
Cornbread?
For me, Hawaiian rolls.
Cornbread.
Definitely not cornbread.
Yeah,
What are you?
Cornbread is
Are
always
you
a
at the?
Thanksgiving thing.
You going to
for
Aaron's
me.
house?
I know, shit.
Bro, we're from Compton.
Fucking Carlos got invited to the cookout.
We had the mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and cornbread. No cranberry sauce.
I've had mac and I have. You know what? No, I've had not mac and cheese, but I've had cheese potatoes, like potatoes with cheese.
potatoes au
Gratin.
gratin.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Gratin.
Like the thin sliced potatoes
Uh-huh.
and their cheese. Like string beans, shit like that. I think the best side is I think it's probably stuffing.
So
Trash.
But it has to be from the bird stuffing. That's the good stuffing. Once that stuffing goes away, then you're just dealt with box stuffing.
I like stuffing, but sometimes they put cranberries in it, and that ruins it.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Mashed potatoes are hard to fuck up, but they can be fucked up. But I like mashed potatoes. Honestly, the thing I'll eat the most, well, not anymore, because my grandma would buy them for me specifically, would be the Hawaiian rolls.
King's
King's
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian with butter, just eat that shit. Just
You
eat
know
'em.
Hawaiian bread's actually Portuguese bread?
I don't give a fuck who made it. They're great.
King's Hawaiian.
It's great. I don't care. It's sweet. It tastes good. They're the only one sweet bread that tastes good to me.
There's the rolls that it's not King's Hawaiian, but it's a roll, and then you have to put in the oven for a bit. They're just called dinner rolls.
Yeah, they suck. They do.
They're good.
No, they're not. They're not Kings though. I
They're
remember
not
one year.
Kings.
You guys ever go to Texas Roadhouse? Did they ever open down here?
No, but I've been to
Texas
Texas
Roadhouse?
Roadhouse. Trash.
The only thing I liked about
Trash.
it was the
Cornbread?
dinner rolls, and they put the cinnamon butter on top of them. That's the only thing I liked about
See,
that
at
place.
Lucille's, they do the same thing. They have muffins, and then they have like a brown sugar butter. It's pretty good.
I don't know Lucille's.
Barbecue.
Oh, I've never been there.
Yeah, see, I like King's Hawaiian roll though. This is extra to me because it's simple.
$2, bro, and it
You
has
just-
like 12.
Yeah, but they're not sweet. They don't taste sweet. That's the problem. It's that mixture when you mix butter and
Look at King's Hawaiian, $7.
I know you pay for the goodness of King's Hawaiian. I remember one
You know what's
year
so funny is that's the bigger pack, the smaller pack.
my grandma would always buy that, and towards the end of her life, one year she let my aunt buy all of the rolls.
Have you ever had these, the butter one?
And
No.
I remember she bought all the wrong ones. She bought King's Hawaiian, but she didn't buy the sweet ones. I think she bought the ones that you have right
The
here,
savory ones.
which is like not fucking sweet at all. My grandma was so mad.
I didn't know that King's made anything but sweet rolls. I thought that's all they made.
Dude, they
No,
make
they-
hot dog buns.
No, they-
Blow my fucking mind.
They're usually all sweet, except the one my aunt bought
Yeah,
the one year.
even these are
and my,
sweet.
my
She
grandma
fucked,
was so mad.
You had one job.
She was that's
You
the,
had one job.
She was so mad
Just the one.
that she went out and made my uncle or someone go out and buy sweet rolls for me. I didn't even complain.
bet you Daniel was like,
No, that's just how my grandma was. She made sure I was fed.
She knew.
She would for Christmas, she would make cookies for the family. And then when I got there first, she's like, come here. And she'd take me to her room. And she's like,
pass you.
this is for you later, but don't tell anybody. And it's like a whole container
She
full
made
of
the
cookies.
special cookies for you.
Here,
My cousins didn't get any, and her other grandchildren, they didn't get shit. It's just me.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah.
That's
Well, so technically no. I'm her other two grandchildren were by marriage though. So
You're the first biological.
yeah. That's
That's a
what
big
it-
part. That's
yeah.
a big reason.
Not to say that my grandma didn't care about
No, it's not like that. But there's always a favorite.
Yeah.
My brother was the first grandchild on both sides,
Oh, so
And-
he got special treatment.
and he was the only grandchild on my dad's side for almost 10 years. So yeah, there's always a special place for Big Bro. Not to say my grandma spoiled the shit out of me. I'm not gonna say she didn't, because she did, but
She spoiled the shit out of me.
Yeah, like my uncle likes my brother better than he likes me, for sure.
She would
to the point where I went to go see him like this last time, and my brother didn't. And he was like, he mentioned, your brother didn't come to see me.
And you're the one who
and
came
I was
to
the
see
one
him?
that came to see me.
My grandma would make me, well, not make me. She would call me and say, hey, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Can you take me? Mm-hmm. Sure, no problem. She would almost do this just to pay me money.
Well,
yeah. She'd like, okay, let's go get to the appointment. But hold on, make sure you stop at the gas station first. And then she'd fill my tank up, and then I'd take her to the appointment. And then every time, it was the same process. We go eat after at a restaurant,
mm-hmm.
and then she'd come home. We'd go home, and we'd talk for a little bit, whatever. And then I'd go home. She's like, "Wait, don't leave yet." And she'd go in her purse, and then she'd pull out like $60.
This is all I got.
She's like, "Here, go buy yourself some whatever, something."
Go buy a video game, Daniel.
This was like recent. This is, and it was just like every 2 weeks. That's the same thing. It's the same routine of, and I always give it back to her. And she's like, "You will not give this back to me." It was like very serious.
She used to watch you though too, right?
Yeah, she pretty much raised me. I'd say she was my third parent, to be honest with you. 'Cause both my parents worked. My dad would drop me off like 6 a.m. to be at work by 7 or something like that.
Right.
And then she would take me to school. She would pick me up from school. And then my mom would pick me up around 4 o'clock. So I'd be at my grandma's house for like an hour after school. And then...
That's a bond, man. That's a bond that gets built.
Yeah, for sure. But other than that, I mean, and then since she died, Thanksgiving hasn't been the same. Actually, none of the holidays have been the same, if I'm being completely honest.
Fuck, man.
Like, yeah, that's a whole nother.
This podcast was like a semi and is.
No, I'm not going to go into detail about that, but.
All right. Let's thank you, appreciate it. Let's get it back to the original topic. Worst. What's your worst side? I'm gonna go. I full disclosure. I hate Thanksgiving food. I'm not a fan at all.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not a fan of Thanksgiving.
Worst side.
I have a worst side for sure.
Salad.
Cranberry sauce.
Anything that's green.
That's a different take, bro. That's actually pretty good. I do not.
Salad?
Yeah.
I do not eat salad on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like anything that's healthy.
Like somebody brought the salad and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the one thing.
There's no such thing as a good salad.
It's Caesar.
Like, I don't care what anybody says.
And you put like someone put a lot of time and effort into it. Oh, I put nuts in it or like whatever.
Dude,
and then
salad?
you have to put some on because they're right there and they're like, make sure you get some of my salad. And that's the first thing you eat quick too. You're
like
good.
You're on a diet and you order a salad with all the accoutrement. It's got fucking grapefruit wedges and it's got.
I don't even know what word you just said.
Accoutrement. It's like everything else all fixing.
Sounds like French.
Yeah, but you get your salad, right?
Let's see
you
what
get your
pops
lettuce.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Then you get that's no. You know, maybe they throw. Yeah, let's just say apples. They throw some fucking apples in there. They throw some berries. Make it like it's fresh balsamic vinegar, and then you get like steak. The second you eat that steak, and maybe like the fucking extra like non-lettuce stuff,
Steak in your salad?
you're like done. You're just left with this bowl of fucking lettuce.
What kind of? You give me shit for fucking prime rib at Thanksgiving, but you
I'm
have
trying
steak in your salad?
No, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving.
Here's a Thanksgiving salad.
I'm talking about salads in general. I'm saying like no matter what.
Salads suck.
No matter what you do to dress it up, the second you get through with done with the dressing part of it, like you don't want to eat that shit.
Salad suck.
You just put more dressing.
No. I meant not even salad dressing. I mean like whatever sides you put on it. Like you know you go to the fucking salad bar and there's like
crispy chicken.
Like,
or something.
I remember back in the day. I don't know how often you guys frequented Sizzler.
Soup plantation?
I used to take. That was date night for some. That was fancy restaurant. I don't know what you're talking
Right there,
about.
the cheese toast.
That was
Used to fuck
5
with
stars.
Sizzler. There's still one right here down the street.
Fuck.
Bruh. Things that happen at Thanksgiving.
But you go, you You go to Sizzler, you get the salad bar,
Never.
you get the bed of lettuce,
Never.
and you start
Never.
throwing everything on top of it. You never had the salad bar at Sizzler.
No.
Just in general.
I would get
salad
steak
bar.
and lobster.
You
that's
never
it.
had a meatball hard shell taco.
I don't even know what that is.
No. Let's look it up.
Oh, fucking blowing people's minds here. You go to Sizzler because they don't have just salad and vegetables. They had like a whole like taco bar. They had soups. They had other fried shit.
I don't know what any of this.
So what you do,
Bro, are you whiter than me and you're just
the
now?
play-
Is this now coming out?
nah, man, that was just our Friday dinner. We go to Sizzler, and I didn't eat fucking. I was a kid, so I didn't want a steak. They had like pasta and shit. They had everything.
Yeah.
there.
See, that's maybe you're just not cultured like me.
No, I'm just not fucking white like
It
you.
used to be different. Now it's different,
What's the
right?
difference?
Sizzler.
I had steak when I was a kid.
Anyway,
Steak
I
and
learned
lobster.
very young at how to eat a steak. And I still judge people who eat steaks.
yeah. See, steaks for me are like whatever. I'm not. I don't care about steaks. It's like fine. I still like can't justify going to a place and spending $60 on a steak. Like that doesn't.
Well,
Like
I
that's how I define your whiteness is by like let's go to a nice dinner and it's $60 for a steak that just has a little bit of salt on it.
well, first of all,
That's all it is, and then maybe they cut a
no,
little bit of butter, they throw it on top.
No.
They put no seasonings on at any of these
No,
steakhouses.
Filet mignon.
First of all, because those are
You get a
shitty.
filet mignon, definitely judging you.
Those are shitty steakhouses. I resent
Ruth
those
Chris is shitty steakhouse.
I resent steakhouses
I've never been there.
that just fucking that. No, I don't eat my steaks like that. No, I resent that concept that steaks have to be flavorless because they're no. I reject that
The
completely.
steak,
Get
the
some
beef
onions on it.
itself, you're getting the real flavor of the
No, I
beef.
reject that 100%. I 100% reject that. I really do. I love steak. I'll fucking go to any steakhouse, but you take me to a steakhouse and there's no fucking seasoning. I forget. I'm trying to think of what it was. It wasn't Morton's because I've never been there, but it was like a restaurant like that. And
Tony Romas.
And it had no. And it had no fucking seasoning.
Red Lobster.
It had no seasoning, and I remember asking the guy
Benihana.
for A1, and like he was taken aback, like insulted, and I'm like, I like made,
Did they give it to you?
yeah,
That means they have it, so people
No.
ask for it.
but it's but that's the thing. If you know about steaks, you never ask for. That's an insult.
That's stupid.
This was ketchup on it.
No, God no.
Wasn't that Ariel Helwani posted that or something?
Yeah, he did on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh man."
He put
I
ketchup
don't know
on
if he
his
was
steak?
trolling. I don't know if he was trolling or not. No, but I reject steaks that are just like flavorless. I think that's a waste of meat. I really do.
So
I'm
you're
not saying you need
salt is no flavor. What's
Most
flavor
peop-
to you?
No,
What's
but
flavor to
see,
you?
but see,
Like
if you
butter?
go to the really fancy steakhouses
They just use
that
butter.
have that approach, they don't even put salt. They might put a dab of. They don't because the salt is already making it too salty. For me, a good steak, if you want to keep it simple and maintain the flavor, has salt and pepper. That's it. Now, my own personal steaks at home, I don't make them that way. But if you want to just keep it simple, salt and pepper.
Okay.
That's all you need. And the restaurants that you're
Pretty much
talking about,
going
they
right into
don't.
what I was talking about.
No, but they don't even do that. That's my
Alright.
whole point. They just make the steak because they want the flavors to like you said.
Fair enough.
You just made my whiteness come out. You triggered
Yes,
me.
I did.
Actually.
Yeah, don't fucking don't even
Actually.
get me started with this fucking.
Anyways, back to the fucking 7-Eleven. Back, but might as well be the Sizzler salad bar option. So they would have like a pasta bar. They would have your salad if you want it. They'd have like nachos. They'd have soup. They'd have baked potatoes. They'd have everything you want there. So it was good for kids because it was like $7.99 for kids to get the all you can eat. And the play was they had
Yeah.
a taco bar.
You're right. Actually,
The shells.
because when I would take this, not to cut. I'll say what I was gonna say after.
So you get the taco shells. And then you go over to the
And you make a fucking taco
and you go to the
out of the salad bar.
Yeah, you go to the Italian section and you get the meatballs, and you put the meatballs in the taco shell,
So you basically have Taco Bell.
and then you throw some cheese on it.
Throw some cheese on it.
Yeah, man. As a little kid, oh boy, It's disgusting.
Did you
Now I
ever-
would
but
never
did-
eat that now.
Did you ever go to Hometown Buffet?
And get pizza.
You know what? When Hometown Buffet first opened in Union City, I did go, and it was disgusting. It's awful.
Yeah, I liked it the first few times I went, and then I just like, man, I feel like shit every single time I leave.
It always seems like a good idea, but then you go like, this sucks.
I remember one
Overcharged.
time in particular, it was like the second time I had edibles, and
You're like, hey,
Even then, it's
no,
not.
why don't we try this out?
no, I had already had an edible before, so I was like anticipating.
So
this.
you missed the soft serve.
This was your second time.
This was the second time, so I was already anticipating like being high and like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna eat, and the edible was fucking way too strong, of course, and it hit me mid drink of my Sprite,
Oh, that's the best.
and
What was that?
I
This moment.
panicked so much because I could no longer taste the Sprite anymore. No, like the flavor disappeared completely.
Yeah, edibles don't give people the munchies.
But then I realized, no, they do. They absolutely do.
Do they?
But
Not
I
me.
realized I was incredibly dehydrated or just dried up. I didn't know that at the time because it was only my second time. Now,
Right.
because I was like, I don't know what to
You
do.
didn't believe in water back then.
No, I did, but it was soda first and then water. But yeah, that was a bad day. Like just in general. I mean, we basically went from that restaurant and then we walked around. And we were in Burbank. I was in Burbank, and I don't remember anything. Like I remember getting told like, you keep running into me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't really. That's all. The girl I was dating at the time, that's all. She's like, you keep running into me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, she just thought it was funny because like I guess that's what I was doing. Like
You were zoned out.
yeah.
Gian and Sizzler.
But yeah,
Thai Sizzler right
this
there.
the same girl actually. When we go to, if I took her to Sizzler, she would get the salad bar. So it was actually great because she didn't want any other shit.
Right.
She just wanted the salad bar.
Yeah, man.
Or like Olive Garden, which I fucking hate.
Olive Garden's nasty.
I hate Olive Garden.
So bad.
I think it might be the top 5 worst restaurants on the face of the earth. If Olive Garden went out of business, I would not bat an eye. I would rejoice. Because fuck Olive Garden. You can go to literally any other Italian restaurant and
I
have
like
a better
Olive
time.
Garden. And I like Lamelli's. I like both.
I don't even know what that second one is. But I can tell you it's already better than Olive Garden.
There's a
Why don't you like it?
Because
why?
Olive Garden is too expensive. It is way too expensive, and your portions are way too fucking tiny, and it doesn't taste fucking good.
Are you saying that you didn't load up on breadsticks? Because that's what you're
Yeah,
supposed to do.
that's like literally that.
You don't have to.
They give you
Breadsticks
breadsticks.
are bomb.
They give you breadsticks to make up for the fact that they make shitty food.
I like their soups.
Well, soups are hard to fuck up.
I always
so-
get whole grain pasta from there. It tastes fine.
You know it's not any healthier than eating the...
Well,
It
okay,
tastes better.
I remember getting the tour of Italy the last time I remember actually buying something,
I never get that.
and I was so fucking disappointed. 'cause
Chicken
it was
parm
like
is not good from there, I agree.
$25, and the fucking lasagna was like this big. If I'm gonna get, I'd rather go to the goddamn store and buy a frozen lasagna.
You should like go
throw it
back
away.
and revisit that and see if it really was that small, or maybe at that time you were just such a fat fuck that it looked smaller than it really was.
I didn't even finish what I was saying, and I said tour of Italy, and Carlos is already backing me up. So type in tour of Italy lasagna. That shit's fucking tiny. Because they wanted to give you the tour. And then I went to Italy, and they don't even have fucking lasagna in Italy. Like, it's not...
Lasagna della nonna. I feel like lasagna...
Look at that. It fits on one plate. Look at that's a perfect
This is the
representation.
real. This is how it looks in the pictures
Yes.
and the ads.
That's a
When-
big ass piece
when
of
Daniel
lasagna.
went.
No, it's not. That's tiny. Look at that. That's one fucking fork full of
No,
fettuccine right there.
their chicken parmesan is too salty for sure. But the pasta, I always get pasta, and
Look, I'm just saying, there's better Italian restaurants out there.
I'm not defending. Oh,
literally,
no.
literally any
it's
Italian.
$12.99.
Wow, so they changed the price.
I think they have ravioli now instead of chicken parm.
Either way, one of the worst restaurants on the face of the earth.
I'll give you that. I agree.
I mean, I'd eat that over like nothing,
Well,
for sure.
I'd rather go to Chili's than Olive Garden.
I agree. I'd rather go literally anywhere else than Olive Garden.
Chili's. I don't know why I thought of like Louisiana Fast. For some reason.
Just look at it.
Louisiana
Dude, you're
Fast.
making me like want to puke.
That's
And that's
isn't that
Popeyes.
Popeyes probably makes better fucking Italian food than. Who owns Olive Garden anyway?
Some guy in like Kansas.
Olive Garden
McDonald's.
is like the Acapulco of fucking Mexico.
Look up. That's funny. When I was a kid and we go to Disneyland, I'd always want to go to Acapulco because it doesn't exist in the Bay Area.
They don't even exist anymore. I don't
They
think.
had Acapulco there. It's something else now. They changed the name.
They had Acapulco in Anaheim. There's an Acapulco like
Oh.
near Disneyland, and we would go. And I don't remember the food being good. I just remember we always like that. Just made me that let me know that we were in Disneyland area. That's all. Like we'd get there the night before. We'd eat at Acapulco's, and then in the morning we'd have breakfast at Carnation's inside the park. Like those are my Disneyland memories as a kid. And then when I moved down here and I went to Acapulco, I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. What the hell was going on back then?
Did you see this tweet?
Was that real?
Trump tweeted that.
Did he?
And and Andrew Yang retweeted it.
What?
You didn't. No, that's yeah. He tweeted that to me this morning.
That's not real.
That's him. This is not a joke. I retweeted it too.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding? Just for... Just...
Like it makes no fucking sense, but he did it. That's what he did.
It's you know what's funny about this
Read the comments.
is that all the people
Oh, that died. Go ahead, keep.
like all the people who've heard interviews about like that have met Trump like in person say he doesn't have a fucking sense of humor. Like, so that's got to be one of his interns running the account. Or
If
whatever.
he
approved it.
If he walked into the NFL Network, would you take a picture with him? If he was taking
Fuck
pictures
yeah!
with everyone else,
Hell yeah!
Or
I'm not
would
that guy.
would you be like, "Fuck you, Trump"?
No, I'd be like,
I would totally take a picture with him.
and then I'd totally post it all over social media.
Me too.
Yeah.
It'd be on my Instagram. It'd be my profile picture. It would be. Well, because at the end of the day, he's still a fucking
Look who
president.
showed up at my job today. That's all I would say. Fucking hella neutral, and
I don't even know if I would put any caption.
I'd be more, yeah, maybe not, just to see the comments. I just want to see the comments, like.
Or if you just said, "Making America Great Again" or something.
No, see now that's trolling.
You're
That's
choosing
like,
a side.
That's legit.
No,
trolling.
it's not. What if you? Okay, well, then what could you say that would be not offensive?
It's partisan, Daniel.
What would you say? What if he signed a "Make America Great Again"? If he
If we
was
signed
If
it.
he was handing them out,
yeah, if he
selling
was
on
handing
eBay.
him out, would you take one?
Yeah.
And you had to wear the hat for the picture.
Oh, I don't know if I want that.
nah.
Yeah, now we're.
See, so I had to figure something.
Yeah, now we're taking it.
Not
too
even
far.
Trump supporters
Yeah.
like wearing the hat sometimes. You know.
I'd wear the hat for a picture.
What's this?
I'd do this. I'd go like I'd do the boxing finger.
Him playing volleyball in the 80s.
Look at him.
God bless our POTUS. Expectations versus reality. Do you think that if Trump gets reelected that he will
This is a terrible Photoshop.
that he'll
guys.
that he'll die in office?
Trump?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Trump will ever die. I think he's immortal, dude.
Do you think that he'll get reelected? I mean, we're a year out.
Yeah, he's totally getting reelected.
You don't think
Here's
there's
a good
anyone that
chance.
No, because the Democratic Party is like eating itself alive.
They're gonna push Bernie again, and no one wants him.
they're gonna push fucking? They're not gonna
Well,
push Bernie. They're gonna push Clinton's gonna come back.
Bernie-
He's come back.
Bernie's 90 years old, and like the
Bernie's not that much older than Trump is, and he talks way better than Trump does.
he
and
also just had a heart attack.
and he's still fucking going. He's still more physically fucking
But he
active than
looks
Trump.
worse than Trump does.
That's just because he's old.
How old? Bernie's
he's
what,
not
78?
He's not dyeing his fucking skin orange and like
This guy could beat Trump.
when Bernie Sanders wakes up in the morning.
Yang Gang? No, he's
when
not.
he, when
trending
when
well
when
at
he
all.
when
Yeah.
when Bernie Sanders wakes up in the morning and someone snapped a photo of him, I would expect that photo to look like Bernie Sanders. If someone did that for Trump, that guy would probably be killed. I feel like
Bernie Sanders was born in 1941, September 8th, 19.
so just
41.
before Pearl Harbor.
5 years.
5 years is a long time, but
5 years is a big difference when you're in your 70s.
Well, I mean, the argument is, should presidents even be that old? Should there be a cutoff?
I wouldn't be opposed to that. There should be a lot of cutoffs to all this stuff. What's happening?
Do you think we should just lower the presidential age to 18?
No, obviously not. That'd be ridiculous.
And then you'd have Justin Bieber for president.
Yeah. The Biebs.
He could have made it.
No, he's Canadian. He's born in Canada.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's I forgot. Well, maybe Schwarzenegger will.
I think no, he'll have to challenge the law to see if he can run.
They were gonna do that when he was governor. They were trying to like push for him to.
Well, they were so like, the Democrats had like a nice good run. But it's really I don't buy that though. I think there's been more Republican presidents than Democratic.
How the fuck is this card
like
full?
The 1960s.
I'm not sure. We must have not formatted it.
Because I heard somebody say that shit, and then I was like, no, that's not true. There's been more Republican presidents in office.
Yeah, but the Republicans and the Democrats switched. Like everyone, the Republicans.
No, I'm saying since
like
the 60s. Since like,
oh,
so you got John F. Kennedy, and then he gets assassinated. So what's his name? Lyndon B. Johnson
don't
takes
know what
over.
don't know what his affiliation was. I'm assuming Democrat.
Kennedy?
No, Johnson.
I'm assuming he was Kennedy's vice president. He
do?
wasn't elected, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming he was Democrat, but I have no idea. I don't even know what Truman was.
I think Truman was Republican. See, that's the thing that everybody. That's my favorite argument when they're like, "Oh, well, the Democrats were the party of slavery," and they were. But
that's what I was saying. Democrats were Republicans.
It swapped when John F. Kennedy was the first like non-traditional Democrat
I don't know when
to
it
get
switched.
elected.
No,
it was with Kennedy.
Because
And then
Lincoln was a Republican,
and then
but he's really a modern
when Kennedy
day
came up,
Democrat.
you started seeing the traditional Democrats switching over to Republicans. There's that whole there's that guy Golding. The guy was like really like the Bircher.
No idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what that is?
No.
There's like guys that are like super conservative, like ultra right wing conservatives, and they're the ones that are slowly taking over the Republican Party. We used to have like you said, yeah, like kind of like them. We used to have like kind of like moderate Republicans.
Didn't work.
And now it's changed. Well, Ronald Reagan is like one of these guys that's like was a radical right wing Republican. That wasn't your traditional Republican.
Greatest president on the face of the earth.
The greatest president.
Who do you like out of the Democratic field? I actually do like Andrew Yang a lot, actually. When he talks on the debates, which I've watched every one so far, he hardly gets any fucking time. I mean, literally. I actually really hate the debates. They're just really fucking. I don't know.
Waste of time.
I don't know why I watch them. But I like Yang. Tulsi's like a toss-up. Sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't. I'm still probably a Sanders.
Tulsi,
Elizabeth Warren's gonna get the nomination.
Tulsi, the Russian fucking spy or whatever.
Yeah, asset. She's a Russian asset. But I just want to see. Honestly, I can't wait till the Trump debates happen. Whoever wins, them going against Trump, because the Republican debates were awesome when Trump was in office.
He was just roasting everybody.
Yeah, that's when we were saying that Trump's gonna win.
Yeah,
boy.
We were saying Trump was gonna win before everyone else was, and then he won. And then, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with this shit, to be honest with you. Like, what I saw, I felt like people were pushing for fucking Kamala Harris for a while. So there was that, and I was like,
I've never liked her.
They said Kamala Harris like since Trump got.
Yeah, they've been trying to push her, and then
I never liked.
I'm like, if you're from the Bay, you don't like Kamala Harris at all, because like like all the policies she enacted or tried to enact, basically targeting minorities. So like they're basically hiding behind her paint job is the way I like to look at it.
It's the anniversary
of Rocky IV.
That look on his face, man. Jesus Christ.
Click that.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give him some respect. I'm gonna give him some respect right here, and I'm gonna tell you why. He could have used younger Trump picture for that, and he used like
modern right now.
Old man Trump.
United States Senate and House of Representatives passed the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act, which warns China against repressing protesters with violence and also requires annual reviews of the city's special status under U.S. law. Okay, so we could probably go more into detail about this. I actually wanted to talk about Hong Kong like last week or 2 weeks ago. If you've been living under a rock, or you stay off the internet, or you don't watch news media, and you just don't know, Hong Kong there's a huge protest that's been going on for over 6 months. It's almost, I feel like it's longer than that. Long time.
It's going down.
And for those who don't know, reason why, Hong Kong used to be controlled by England for the last 100 years. That ended a few years ago. And
they've been slowly transitioning
correct,
back
to China. And finally, Hong Kong was like, okay, we're not going to go completely Chinese here. Like, we've established our businesses, we've established our way of life, we've established so many things. The Hong Kong way, which is the British Western way, that it's just like it's like incompatible. And unlike Americans who just fight each other on Facebook, the Hong Kong Chinese, they're out in the streets, they're protesting together, non-violent too. There's been no real major, like, you would expect when you have literally 250,000, a million fucking protesters, that there'd be some serious shit going on.
Right.
But not here. But what I wanted to talk about was, if you're China, what's the best course of action? Because I'd have to say, I want to give my 2 cents first. I feel like China wants to kill them. I really do. I feel like China wish they could. This was the 1970s again, where they could just kill them all,
slaughter people,
and then no one would hear about it because they controlled the media. They controlled the internet. There's no internet, so they don't have to worry about anything like that. No one would know about it. It's just like Tiananmen Square. You have those few photos.
Yeah.
Of that, but minus that, they pretty much suppressed that shit. So China would probably love to just get rid of it that way, but they can't because now they have the internet, and Hong Kong is basically a Western society in China. So like, if they put any sort of forceful, if they start going after them, whatever, you're gonna have the full backing of us and anyone else. And so seeing this bill, what is wrong with Trump right there?
Maybe it's the TV.
Did he?
No, he just got his spray tan.
Did he fucking get Thanksgiving right there? They left him in the. That's a Mexican turkey Trump right there.
No, this is a Chinese account, so maybe they
fucking. They're like, let me just make it real. Let's remove. But anyway, so what do? You just let them protest? You can't, and because you can't say, hey, Hong Kong, you're right. You guys can keep it the way you do, because then it sets a precedent. Because you guarantee other parts of China are going to start hearing about that.
Well,
we just need to stand up to the government.
So we were at SC. I don't remember exactly. What was the first year that Hong Kong went back under Chinese control? Look that up, because I know when we started.
I think it was 1999.
Has it been that long?
I think so. But maybe not. Either way, keep going. Carlos will look this up.
Went into cinemas. So they go back.
97.
Damn.
Yeah.
At midnight.
So it's been a long time. Well, I talked to the Chinese students at SC and asked them about it, and they told me, like, if you're from mainland China, to go to Hong Kong, you had to get a special visa to go to Hong Kong. You could only stay like a limited amount of time, like less than a week or something like that, and you could only stay like. You couldn't stay in the nice hotels.
They didn't want you to get that Western
You
influence.
had to stay in these specific like hotels. Like there was like a bunch of like rules. If any of the rest of us could go to Hong Kong and enjoy it and be like all good, but anybody from mainland
That's
China.
what I'm saying. Suppression shit, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then we were at the SC game, and he was like talking to me about. He's like, I don't understand why they're protesting, because they'll never win. And he's like,
that's where I'm coming from.
He's like, I don't get the point. We'll just never win. And I was like, because the problem is all these people grew up a certain way. They grew up with Western, like
they're also never going to lose now.
Well, and that's what I got at. I was like, this is the problem with it, is that they're going to protest, and if they're protest, it's not about the people in Hong Kong, because it's tiny, and then the population obviously versus like the population of China, whatever you want to say, it doesn't compare.
Doesn't add up.
The issue is if that inspires.
This is my point. This is what I was saying.
Yeah, the villagers and the poor people in China to start their own revolution, which is how China started in the first place.
Then China's really fucked.
Then you have a problem, and that's what they're trying to prevent by suppressing these protests.
Which is why they want to kill them. But I guarantee you, they wish they could kill them.
It's a sticky situation,
but they can't.
For sure.
The spotlight is there.
They want to kill like a group of them, like to show like.
No, they want to kill fucking enough, and families and everything. I guarantee.
I don't know if they want to do all that.
Why not?
7 million people.
Well, I think they want to teach a lesson.
Yeah, look at that. 7 million people, And they've had at least 1 million protesters for the last however many months. And it's every fucking day. Fucking Operation... Oh, what is it? Not Operation. What was it? Wall Street? What was it called? Wall Street?
Occupy Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street had nothing compared to this stuff.
Right.
But this is my thing. China will never win either. It's because of the internet. It's so hard to suppress this now. It's so hard.
But how much of you could suppress it from the people in your country? Now the issue would be is like
yes, but the rest of the world
getting international interference. But
Trump's doing this already.
Which is this dangerous for all of us.
China threatens to retaliate after Trump signs legislation to support Hong Kong.
Retaliate how? Because we live in California. I'm moving to fucking Oklahoma, man. I'm not. I got to worry about the fucking North Koreans and their missiles. Maybe.
See, I want to go to Oklahoma.
Maybe making it to the coast.
I'd move to Texas.
You know.
I'd move to Texas.
Well, I just meant somewhere in the middle of the country.
Texas.
You know.
They're not that mean to Mexicans in Texas.
No, you just gotta go to San Antonio.
I think when push comes to shove...
I feel like San Antonio's like 70% Mexican.
No, I'd rather fucking live in Houston, where Brandon lives. Because San Antonio, Austin, fucking... It's just... I like Houston because Houston sucks. So you don't have to go to the city for anything. Like where Brandon lives in Tomball. It's just like quiet town America. You don't really need to leave for anything. And it's like, that's it. I actually don't like any of the cities in Texas, to be honest with you.
But Texas is just
like,
a shitty state.
Austin, what's special about Austin? Austin has like 3 streets. And everyone's like, it's so fucking keep Austin weird. You have 3 streets.
Yeah, but Austin...
You have 3 streets in the capital.
Austin invented the food truck scene. The whole, like, fancy food
Yeah, because they have
truck
3
shit.
they have 3 streets.
I'm just saying, there's some cool stuff. The music, they still got live music going on
their 3
there.
streets.
On their 3 streets.
It's like San Diego. When people talk about San Diego all the time as it being this cool fucking spot.
Well, you got the gas lamp, you got PB, you know.
You got the old...
You got
old,
where all the rich
old
people are
San
at, El
Diego.
Cajon.
I'm saying there's more stuff there.
Than Austin?
Yes.
Maybe.
And then you go to San Antonio.
Shit in San Antonio.
You have the Alamo, which sucks.
Yeah. How dare you, sir?
You go to the fucking Alamo and it's like 6 feet tall. And you take 3 steps and you've already walked around the whole thing twice. Like that's literally fucking... I mean, and the Spurs. I mean, they don't have Tim Duncan or David Robinson anymore.
If I got forced to move to San Antonio, I would like legit definitely get season tickets to the Spurs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kill yourself.
And that would just be like every day.
And then Houston's just nothing.
I can't deal with the flatness.
They have the cheating Astros, which is a whole nother thing. Because that thing is, talk about scandals.
I got to take a shit.
All right, well,
end it.
You should wrap the podcast. On that note, we're going to take this, we're going to have a Bombay Frankie Company shit, and I guess we'll be back next week.
Yeah, I think we'll be back next week with more videos, more podcast reaction hour. We'll be back next week, and maybe we'll make some memories this
I don't
Thanksgiving.
even know what that means. You're gonna
We
paint
can
the
share for
bathroom
next
brown?
year.
Do
I
you
don't
have
know.
toilet paper, Carlos? He might not have toilet paper.
Well, I got these. just
There's
in case.
baby wipes downstairs.
If not, I'm fucking shoving my ass in the sink.
There's some of that. There's some of that in reaction hour. So
We'll see you next time.